good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 44th episode of the Midwest Donut Review Show. I'm Dave Leggett in St. Louis, Missouri. That is my son, Eric Leggett. He's in Sacramento, California, as always, as mostly.
Yes.
And, Eric, are you still jibing on that cool Sacramento weather?
Well, I wouldn't say it's cool anymore. It's just straight up fucking cold.
Oh, what is a Californian consider cold?
Went out to donuts today and it was 50 degrees. Oh my
tragedy.
God. That is how I've definitely learned, I've definitely gotten more used to this weather than Midwest, because I remember when I first moved here and it was 50, I'm like, yeah, baby, it feels great walking around with like a t-shirt and some pants or something. But now I wake up and I'm like, I need a sweater immediately on my body. I cannot move. It's so fucking cold.
What will you do in Canada in January when the average high is 3 degrees?
I'm bringing, I think, let's check, all of my sweaters? Yeah. Just all of them.
You won't be able to move your arms.
No,
You'll be in so many clothes. But that's a future show.
Yes.
All right, so if you are new to the show, where the hell have you been? Secondly, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Eric and I will attempt to buy the same 3 kinds of donuts. We will size them, price them, taste them, let you know if any of the 3 we had that day are worth heading to that shop, or maybe you should just head to that shop and find something special on your own, because most mom and pops, there's some magic in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We only do 3 donuts. Most mom and pops do significantly more than 3 donuts. So there's a good shot they got something really good.
And we've talked about it. You know, some days it might be an off day, or it might not be their best donuts overall. And it just, the luck of the draw sometimes.
And that's the thing that makes mom and pops so special. Because it's like, look, if we go to like a Dunkin' and we're like, hey, these donuts are not very good, they're not going to be very good all the time, because they're mass produced and corporate, and it's like there's no leeway with a big chain. It's like,
that's exactly
what
right.
you get is what you get.
So, as we normally kick off most of the Midwest Donut Review shows, we head to the West Coast to see if Eric has found us some new donut news of the week.
Yes, I have a couple things. I'm going to start out with one, because it's donut adjacent. This week in my state here of California, around Disney World, there was a black donut that appeared in the sky. A driver?
On purpose?
What?
On purpose?
Well,
somebody made it?
That's the story. A driver on California's Interstate 5 looked up at the sky early Thursday morning on November 13th and witnessed a huge black ring-shaped object floating above Disneyland. I'll put a picture of it here in the show so everyone can see it. And it's just in the clouds, a little overcast. There is a big black donut. Do you have any guesses for why there was a giant black ring above Disneyland?
I would say it's a smoke ring.
That is exactly it. They were testing their fireworks, and because of just the weather, the compressed gases and gunpowder residue released by the fireworks condensed in the air to form a smoke ring, and it just kind of stuck up in the clouds. So, there's my donut adjacent news. Big black donut in the sky.
Hey, look, as long as you never give us a donut news of the week story that revolves around that you call adjacent and it's kids arrested for doing donuts on a parking lot.
Look, I'll be honest. There are definitely some news stories that pop up when I look for it, and I go, this is not close enough. It's not.
There's the word donut. It is not our donut.
Yeah, it's not close enough.
It's not what we do.
Okay, so now to get to some news about actual donuts.
Okay.
Have you heard of the new show Pluribus?
Yes.
Have you watched any of it?
I have not. No, I've seen the trailer, and it looks a little heebie-jeebie for me. So,
It's a little.
frantic maybe. Oh, hey, buddy. Hi.
I've seen
Sorry.
the first 2 episodes, and it looks
Okay.
pretty intriguing. I haven't seen the most recent one, but in the first episode, well, to give you a basic gist of the show, if you haven't seen it, is there's like this happiness virus that kind of takes over humanity, and one of the ways it's
Okay.
initially spread is it's put into donuts. Cause it starts at like, you know, some big science office building. So first few people get it and they go, well, how can we super spread this to everyone else in the office? Put it in a couple big boxes of donuts. Everyone comes in and have a donut. Now they have the virus.
Okay. Let me stop you right there. That's a dick move. Like, hey, lab rats, have some donuts. Right?
I mean, it's not lab rats. It's just everyone. Like, you go in to the office.
But I'm saying, has this virus been tested on humans? And they're like, oh, it's safe.
Yeah.
Let's put it in donuts. And
Yes, because it's the people who had the virus put them in the donuts to spread it.
Okay. I'm going to guess side effects are what they're not prepared for.
Well, yeah, well, they don't know anything.
It's just happy.
Yeah.
Look, man,
And
I don't need a virus in my donut. I eat a donut. I'm happy.
But they don't. But the thing is, they don't know that the virus is in the donuts. It's just presented as, here, have some donuts, and then they have them, and then they get infected with the happiness virus.
Okay, well now I definitely am going to watch the show.
Yes.
But I mean, here's the thing: when I think about eating a donut, I get happy. When I think about the donut show, I get happy.
Well, the
When I'm
thing
eating
is,
the donut, I'm happy.
this-
After the donut show's over, I'm still happy.
but this happiness virus creates like a hive mind. That's the big sci-fi part of it. Is that everyone who's infected
it creates a
hive mind, where every person who's infected with it now is just under one. So that's the big
okay.
sci-fi aspect of it.
yeah. Partying with me, I get a different high than most people around me.
But that's the thing that would no longer exist.
I know. I don't like the hive
you
idea.
lose your individuality of it.
Okay.
And the whole
all right, yeah.
premise of the show is that like this one woman has not been affected by the virus for whatever reason.
Oh, okay.
So it's an interesting
and
show.
She ate a donut?
No. She was not there for the donuts. But let me get to the actual donut
Go ahead.
news. Is that the donuts in the show were actually from a local business in Annapolis.
Not a chain?
Nope, in Annapolis, Maryland.
Oh my god, I love that.
It is
I freaking love that.
yes. Delmarva's Sandy Pony Donuts were in the
Okay.
premiere episode of Vince Gilligan's Pluribus. Sandy
Okay.
Pony owners Ben and Brea Wang were first approached by the showrunners about 18 months ago, asking if they'd be interested in supplying donuts for a pivotal scene in the sci-fi drama in which the world's population mysteriously morphs into a happy hive mind.
How fast can you say yes?
I mean, yeah, like
TV show.
First, like any show would be cool. And then you're like, oh, Vince Gilligan, the dude who wrote like 2 of the best television shows of the past century.
Lost, right?
No, he didn't do Lost.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Oh, okay.
So although the scenes were shot in Albuquerque, Gilligan wanted to support a business in the Annapolis area. When he read how Sandy Donuts was born, he was taken with their upstart story and likely their branding featuring brightly colored teal boxes.
Okay, I love it. That's outstanding.
Yes.
That is so awesome. I was waiting for you to say that they went to frickin' DD or KK or something like that.
Nope, they went to... And not only did they... it seemed like an elaborate decision, too. It wasn't just like, oh, well, these guys are close, let's just go grab it. It's like, no, they read about this business and go, this is someone who we'd want to go to for this scene, for these donuts.
Man, that's outstanding. Supporting mom and pops, even on is it on Netflix?
It's on Apple TV.
Apple TV.
And so,
well, I'm definitely in.
And it's also important that the donuts were good, because do you know how they transferred the virus to the donuts?
Don't get weird. Oh, you're gonna get weird.
People who had the virus licked the bottom of every donut and put it back in the box.
I was having Ariana Grande vibes as you were.
Yep. So it's important that the donuts were very good, because a lot of them, I mean, because you also had to make a lot of donuts, because, you know, it's not like you're just shooting it once and then, okay, next one. Like, those scenes take a lot of time.
Yeah, plus you're under the hot lights, and you're going to get some degradation of the colors and the icing and the sprinkles and the Johnnies. Jammies.
Jimmies.
Johnnies. What?
Jimmies.
Jammy Johnny Jimmies.
Oh, my God. But, so, and also
Here's
cool,
the thing.
You can go to fucking Sandy Donuts and be like, hey, these are the donuts in the TV show. How cool is that?
Yes, that's outstanding. Oh my God. Here's my desperation that I need to share with you now.
Okay.
I'm starving. Man, I haven't had since dinner last night, and and I know, don't go to the grocery store when you're hungry. You
went to the donut store
when you're hungry. Here's the thing, though. I just got a dozen, like always, and I haven't had any yet. So, whatever virus is affecting me, it hasn't showed its ugly head yet. So, I may have to eat the donuts off camera. I don't know how it's going to go. That's some of the best donut news of the week you've delivered in 44 shows.
Hell yes.
I love to hear
Sandy
Mom
Pony
and Pop
Donuts.
getting a shout out. Okay, so I would like to talk specifically. This is the yin and yang of your love-hate relationship, because I want to talk about a place called Cora. It's a donut shop in Long Island. So you love donuts, you hate New York. It's mom and pop, of course. Filipino-inspired creations, all right? First of all, they use brioche dough. So it's already a little step up. They do the ube donuts. Ube pastry cream, ube glaze, and purple yam chips.
Ooh.
I know. Never heard of it. Sounds amazing. The leche flan calabasa. It is spiced kabocha squash. And because we are a full-service donut review show, it is a Japanese winter squash, and its flavor is between a sweet potato and pumpkin. Huh. So you might not love that flavor. I know you're not a pumpkin dude per se. It has kabocha flan cream, a pumpkin seed tuile, and as we all know from earlier episodes, a tuile is a thin, crisp French cookie that you shape into circles or wings, or it's a very pliable, thin cookie. As soon as it comes out, you shape it how you want it, and it'll hold that shape. They do salted coconut, which is not really up our alley, but if you're going to go to the trouble of making coconut cream and roasting coconut and doing salted coconut jam in the middle, you are way above and beyond expectation.
Oh, yeah.
They do crullers. They do specialty crullers. Okay? Have we seen a cruller that's not vanilla iced, chocolate iced, or glazed?
I mean, out here, maple icing and sometimes strawberry icing. Okay. But that's it. It's either glazed or have icing on it.
Right?
That's it.
Yeah. They're crullers. They do a cinnamon dough cruller.
Oh, that sounds incredible.
and then they roll it in cinnamon sugar. Yes.
Oh.
They do a coffee cruller where the dough is infused with espresso,
Ooh.
and then they cover it in an espresso glaze and cacao nibs.
That sounds incredible.
This is just a cruller,
yeah,
man.
that
And look at
sounds
the
so
effort.
good.
Black sesame hujicha cruller. Again, here comes the knowledge. Hujicha, Japanese roasted green tea. So they're infusing that in the dough.
That's crazy.
They're covering it with a black sesame hujicha glaze and a black sesame tuile. So they're doing
Oh my
that
God.
thin French cookie with black sesame and then rolling it. And so
That's incredible.
works of art.
Yeah.
Crazy flavors, not just sweet on sweet on sweet, savory crullers, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
And they also do, of course, they do croissants, ube croissants. Have you ever?
No, but it sounds
No.
awesome.
They do a salted egg croissant sandwich,
Oh.
Yeah. a cashew rum croissant, and a spam and cheese pain Swiss croissant, which is, you know, we've talked about spam on the show before, how Americans think of it as like a 50s canned meat, sort of low grade effort.
Yeah.
But on the islands, it is a revered.
Yeah, they love spam. Over there.
Yes. And so I just, Cora in Long Island.
On Long Island.
Filipino-inspired
They get
creations.
upset.
On Long Island. Apologies.
They get
Yes,
upset
on Long
if
Island.
you don't. Because they think they're
so-
so fucking special and unique. 'Cause- New Yorkers hate
Just if you're ever out that way, if you're ever traveling, what an amazing shop to stop into.
Yeah.
And just, I think, probably have your mind blown.
Yeah, by donuts
So-
you've never seen before in your life.
Yeah, I love that whole idea. You know, they're not doing, here's our special donut of the month.
Yeah, these are
Like,
just
here are 9 brand new flavors that we're going to keep for a month or more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I dig it. Okay, so moving on to the tasting, the gluttony that I will try to slow my roll on. Eric, where did you go today? What did you get? How much did it cost?
So
How
today,
big is it?
I went to Master Donuts. This is located at 7601 Sunrise Boulevard in Citrus Heights, California.
I doubt that it's related to the Master Donuts in O'Fallon, Missouri.
I also doubt that. But you never know. I didn't ask. Maybe should have asked. But I feel like I know the answer. This was a good little shop. A lot of variety. A little unassuming. With usually the type of shop you see, it's kind of in like the strip mall. It had a lot more variety than usual. And I will say, I also got a dozen today, just a dozen. But they had, there's like a section that's like special of the day or whatever, or maybe special of the week. And today it was cinnamon buns that looked fucking incredible. So I got a dozen, and I got a cinnamon bun, and I'm very excited to try the cinnamon bun after the show. But yeah, cute little shop. So the glazed donut. It's our first donut of the day. This was 4 inches across, 1.5 inches tall. I did a pretty sizable donut. And I will say all the donuts looked very, very good. Very aesthetically pleasing donuts. These were not haphazardly thrown together. It's clear they take time and pride in how the donuts look, which I like a lot. This glazed donut, I think, was above average. Really, the size of this, I think, puts it over the top, because a lot of the times when you have a big donut like this, it can either be too dense or way too light to where it just kind of disappears, or if it's too dense, it's chewy and not a pleasant experience. But I think this was a really good middle ground for a donut for this size. It wasn't super dense. It still had some fluffiness to it, but it didn't exactly melt in your mouth, which, I mean, is the gold standard, but it's hard to do when you make a donut that big. I thought the glaze was really good. I really excellent sweetness. Because, just getting a glazed yeast donut, the star of the show has to be the glaze, and I think it definitely was. And this donut was $1.80, which I'll say, isn't the cheapest I've had, but I'd say it's on the cheaper side for just a regular glazed donut out here. Probably a little around average price. But I just kind of compare it to just the size of other glazed donuts that they charge around this price for. And I think this donut is good value for $1.80. I think this is a really good value donut. So I think I want to give this like a 4.0 flat. I think this is a really above average glazed donut with a good size, with an excellent price point. I think donuts in this area for $1.80, you could definitely do a lot worse.
Okay.
And so it's really the size of this and the texture that comes with that size is the fact that they found a good middle ground for a big donut like this, where it's not super dense and it's not falling apart light. It's a good chewing texture. So 4.0 flat for this. I think this is an excellent glazed donut.
That's a great. We always go back to the example of if somebody brought in a dozen of those glazed donuts, the coworkers would be thrilled.
Yes, 100%.
That's a really good glazed donut. Okay. My shop today, my mom and pop shop today, Wood Bakery in O'Fallon, Illinois. It's about 15 miles east of downtown St. Louis. They have been there since 1967, and it is a bakery. The concern that I sometimes have, is it a bakery that does donuts because they have to? That it's an afterthought? No. So I walked into the shop, and they have a couple of long tables set up in the middle with all of their stolons and baklava, and all the bakery items are on the table. And the line goes around the table, and then you get up to the case where all the donuts are. They probably had 400 or 500 donuts in the racks.
Wow.
Lots of different flavors. And I'll get to some of the other parts, but the first thing I want to talk about, their glazed donut, it's a 4-inch hexagon. We've talked about how do you get that shape. It has to do with the gun that the dough drops out of.
It's usually the cutter. I remember at Donut Palace, we also had hexagon-shaped donuts.
Okay.
And the big machine that we used to roll the dough and cut the dough, that's just what the cutter was shaped like.
So it's a 4-inch hexagon. It's 1 1/8 inch tall, so it's not a big, tall donut. The glaze is really good, not too sweet. It's sort of that liquidy glaze where it sort of melts as you're chewing it. It's not the flaky glaze. It's just in a constant state of I'm about to melt, and I really like that aspect of it. It is a great mix of dough and glaze. It's fried really well, light, airy. The dough melts in your mouth as you chew it, which is one of my pet perks that I love in a glazed donut. The dough by itself, not outstanding. It doesn't give off any strong flavors. But the combo of the glaze and the dough works perfectly. $1.10.
Damn.
For these really good glazed donuts, man. A dozen of those from Wood Bakery into your coworkers, and you're getting a promotion. This is a 4.2 based on everything. I'm not going to disparage a glazed donut that's a 4.2 about, hey, what could make it better? What could make it perfect?
Yeah.
We're not here to talk. We're talking about what is that glazed donut. And a 4.2 is an effing really great glazed donut for $1.10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Wood Bakery in O'Fallon, Illinois, jumping out of the gate with a great glazed donut.
Hell yes. So our second donut today is a chocolate cake donut with chocolate icing. Double chocolate donut. Mine today was 3¼ inches across, 1¼ inch tall, a little bit smaller. But that happens with cake donuts. They're just more condensed like that. Same price as a glazed donut, $1.80. And I'll say I was a little disappointed with this one. I think this donut was fried for too long. The bottom of it was pretty crispy, which I just don't like. And the inside of the cake was a little dry, if I'm being honest. This was not a moist, dense cake. This was a little crumbly, a little dry on the inside. I think the chocolate flavor was good. The chocolate icing, I really like the texture of. It's very ribbony and silky. I really liked that texture. The chocolate flavor wasn't great. It was good. It was a good chocolate flavor, but it wasn't fudgy. It wasn't like a devil's food. It was just kind of like your standard out of the box chocolate, which I think if you're not going to have the cake dough be really good or in this case below average, just having an average chocolate flavor I think hurts the donut a little bit more. Again, $1.80 is not a bad price at all. But yeah, I just think the flavor wasn't super strong. It definitely wasn't the thing where it's too sugary and not chocolate. It's definitely a chocolate flavor, but it wasn't like a decadent chocolate. It was maybe like a box cake chocolate, which, you taste it, you go, oh, that's chocolate cake, but there's really nothing special about it. So I think that, and for me, the cake dough, I did not enjoy. I think it was just fried too long. It was a little too crispy on the bottom, dried out a little on the inside. I want to give this like a 3.1. Really not a great donut, but if you're looking for something chocolate, I definitely think this is better than just like a yeast donut with chocolate icing or anything like that. I definitely do think this is a step up for a chocolate lover, but in the grand scheme of all donuts, I just don't think this is anything that's special.
Okay. The vibes you're giving off, I'm getting here. A lot of the notes you hit, I'm getting with my Wood Bakery chocolate ice chocolate cake donut as well. It's a thick, when you look at the pictures, you're like, this thing is going to be a bomb. You're like, this is a 4-point something. Because it looks fabulous. Thick chocolate icing, bakery making a chocolate cake. It doesn't follow through. 3.5 inches round, 1 7/8 inches tall, so it's a really big cake donut. Lots of thick chocolate icing. The icing is okay, but it's gritty. It's granular. That sugary crystal vibe, which tells you that it's too sweet and not chocolatey enough. Chocolate icing that's fudgy is smooth. So once you get granular, it's too sweet. It's too much sugar in it. Now what they did do is they glazed the cake donut before they put the chocolate icing on it. And honestly, that really helps because the dough just by itself, it's just okay. You definitely know it's chocolate, but it's not hitting you over the head like that is a bakery chocolate cake, and you know it. We had that a couple of weeks ago with the bakery that we reviewed, and it's not here. Chocolate cake by itself, the dough is just okay. The bonus, it's $1.10, so we're staying with that super cheap price. And so I'm going to give it a 3.4. It's okay. Not a great chocolate cake or chocolate icing. The glaze helps bring it together a little bit. But 3.4. It is an average-ish chocolate cake donut with chocolate icing. So expectations not met based on how freaking monstrous it looked.
Yeah. And just the fact that it's a bakery, too. I feel like your expectations for a cake donut would be higher because they're baking cakes back there.
They have a bunch in the container for sure.
So our final donut today is a chocolate ice custard filled. This was the same size as my glazed donut, 4 inches across, 1.5 inches tall. And man, this was not that great. The first problem, this should be baseline for any filled donut. You have to fill it all the way. This was not anywhere close. I probably had 3 big bites of this donut and got no filling. I'm sorry. That's inexcusable. That's inexcusable. And what was also unfortunate is that when I got to the filling, it really wasn't that good. It was more of a custard texture than a custard flavor. Definitely felt like custard, but the flavor was so timid. Just a wisp of custard flavor, which, again, I'm getting a custard-filled donut, and you've barely filled it with custard, and the custard you filled it with isn't that good. Again, the chocolate icing was okay. Again, good texture, chocolate flavor, but it wasn't anything special. Here's what's really going to kick it down. This donut was $2.50. On no planet. Look, even a really good chocolate ice custard filled donut, I don't think should be $2.50. Even an above average one, I don't think should be $2.50. So the fact that you're giving me this donut, you're charging $2.50 for a quarter filled donut that the filling's not even that good, I think is pretty crazy. So really, it's the price that brings us down. This is like a 2.8. There's really, it's so below expectations, below average for a chocolate ice custard filled donut just by itself. Look, if this was also $1.80, maybe you're in the mid threes, but $2.50. I cannot recommend going in here, spending $2.50 for the way I always kind of picture it is that if you're just buying one donut, if you walk in there and go, God, I really want a chocolate ice custard filled donut, and you go, hi, can I have one of those? And they go, okay, it'll be like $2.63 because there's $2.50 plus tax. And then they give you that. That's just a disappointing experience because it's not filled all the way through, and the filling isn't that great, and the icing is just okay. Again, the dough I think is really, really good, especially for the size. I think they've got a good texture for the dough, but I mean that's one small thing in this donut that has so many other things that need to be going for it, where everything else is below average and you're charging an above average price for it. That's really the main thing that drags us down. So 2.8 for this donut.
I mean, it's a combination of things. If you have the best donut in all of the land and you're charging $5.50 for it, you're going to get knocked down because if you have the second best donut in land and it's $1.50,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, price matters. If you're going to charge more, it's got to be a step up in quality and taste, all of that stuff.
And I'll say this wasn't even like a lateral step. If anything, this was kind of a step down.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, so my Wood Bakery, I was not able to get a custard-filled yeast round donut, but they do fill their Long Johns with custard and the chocolate icing. So, some notes that we've already hit in the show today. It's that same chocolate icing. It's a little gritty. It's not chocolatey enough of a flavor. It's a sweet chocolate. It's a sweet, and you know it's chocolate, but it doesn't. The chocolate flavor does not shine through on this. It has to be filled well. I can't believe the donut didn't burst open. It is filled from end to end. It's 6 3/4 inch long. It is a long john, and bites from both ends, custard immediately.
Fuck yeah.
Throughout the whole thing, just filled with custard. And they actually call theirs Bavarian cream, and it is outstanding. It's very vanilla, pudding-like texture. It is an outstanding Bavarian cream filling. The dough is the same from the glazed donut, which is pretty good. When you turn a filled Long John over and eat it from the bottom side up, it gives a different vibe because now all that icing's on the bottom, and it's not good. That icing knocks down what this donut could be from using an inferior chocolate icing.
Again, which is so strange for a bakery, because you know they're using icing for their cakes, and it's like, why are you using something different for your donuts?
Yeah. It's now the price point is $1.50.
Damn.
I think so. The single most expensive donut I bought today is their specialty donut. It's a pumpkin cake donut with cream cheese icing, and that's $1.60. That's the most expensive donut in the store.
That's really good.
To get this filled donut, I'm kind of wondering now what the vanilla icing will taste like.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe because that Bavarian cream and the dough works great together, but the chocolate grittiness brings it down a little bit. I wonder if the vanilla icing is excellent, because then that donut would be outstanding. So based on the price and the tons of great Bavarian cream filling, 3.7
3.7
today.
Yeah.
So solid, with great potential.
Yes.
I think that's how they describe your hockey career, wasn't it?
No. Because not solid, and also didn't have great potential. So 0 for 2, actually, on that description. That's so confusing why their icing for their donuts would be different than icing on their cakes.
I know. It's well, let's hope it is.
Yeah. Because,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, because cakes are fucking covered in icing. And if that icing sucks, like, that ruins the whole cake.
It's like canned icing. Oh, you know that?
Yeah.
Like, immediately you can tell. But anyway, get the glazed donuts for sure.
Yes,
and
for
find
sure.
Something avoid the chocolate icing, really, I think is kind of the takeaway from Wood Bakery. But head in there, man. They had lots and lots of donuts, and of course, the pastries are probably outstanding, the croissants and stuff. So, as we normally end our shows, we give a chance for Eric to shine or hang himself. So, our trivia today, dun, 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 dun. Question number 1 for contestant number 1. Name the donut show competition that ran on the Cooking Channel for 2 years. What was the name of that show?
There was a donut competition show on the Food Network.
On the Cooking Channel.
The Cooking Channel. So not even the Food Network. Donut. So were they... so what would you even do for a competition show?
It was flavors and toppings, and, you better fry it well. You better,
Donut. 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 Dreamers. Donut Dreamers.
It was called the Donut Showdown.
Wow, that's fucking lame. How long did it take for him to come up with that one?
I don't know. It only ran for 2 years, so... Look, I guess after 2 years of donut competitions...
Yeah, there's not much you can do.
80% of it.
There's so much...
Although, yeah. All right. Here is a multi-part trivia question. If you get any of the parts correct, I will give you a full mark.
All right.
This show about a donut shop ran for 2 seasons. Can you tell me the name of the show, the network that it aired on, or any of the major stars?
Stars?
Any of the major actors.
Actors?
It was a half-hour sitcom.
So this wasn't reality TV?
No. This was a...
So this was a sitcom.
Laugh track. The whole thing.
About a donut shop? About running a donut shop.
Yeah. I'm going to guess you didn't see it.
What the fuck?
Ran for 2 seasons. I guess right alongside the
Donut
Donut
Showdown. Yeah, Donuts had a hot moment for 2 years. And then everyone stopped giving a fuck.
Sad part is they were different years.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
A sitcom.
The name of the show, the channel that it ran on, the network that it ran on, or any of the 4...
How about this? You tell me the name of the show, and if I get any of the other 2, you give me half a point.
Okay. The name of the sitcom was Superior Donuts.
Fuck.
Based in Chicago.
Never heard of that. Never heard of that. Can you tell me what years it ran? Maybe I could try to line that up with actors.
Oh, yeah. 2018, 2019.
Fuck. Nope. It's not watching sitcoms. 2018. Superior Donuts in Chicago.
Yep.
Chicago-based actors. I got nothing. Let me throw a dart.
Or the network.
I'll say ABC is the network.
No.
Fuck.
Ran on CBS.
CBS.
You're down to... You got to name one of the actors.
One of the actors.
All right.
In this CBS show that I've never heard of.
I'm going to give you a hint.
Okay.
The lead star of this was on Taxi.
Fuck. Taxi.
The lead female star was on Married with Children.
Awesome. Don't know that either.
The comic relief guy is from St. Louis.
Cedric the Entertainer. No. Fuck. What? I hear comic and I St. Louis. That's where I go to.
You know one. I got no more.
Yeah,
hints,
I have no answers to give you.
Okay. Judd Hirsch.
Nope.
Was the gravity
Never would have
old
got
owner. Okay. Jermaine Fowler was the young man who was trying to inject some energy into the old man's donut place.
Nope. Never would have got that.
Katie Seagal was the lead actress. She was the one married with Children. She was married to...
Great. Don't know any of their names.
Yeah. David Ketchner is the St. Louis comic.
No fucking
idea. Yeah, he's
idea
been in a lot.
who that is.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to count that as an 0 for 2
Yeah,
today.
that's...
We're heading the wrong way with the streak.
No,
Eric.
this is not great.
This is like the Blues with a 2-goal lead. You know it's not going to end well.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so, all right. Hey, man, all I'm telling all you people out there is look at the work we're doing. Look at the hell we're going through for you guys. We're going to publicly embarrass ourselves with trivia. We're going to eat some middling donuts sometimes. But we're here, man. We're here and we're showing up. 44 times we've shown up.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, can people join? Oh, let's hit it one more time. If we get comments on our last show, when we get comments on our last show before Christmas, we are going to pull those names out of a hat, and somebody's going to win a dozen free donuts from the donut place of their choosing.
Yes.
So
it does not matter where you are located. We will get you a dozen donuts.
Yes. Today is not that show. We will have more shows before Christmas, and we will let you know today is the day.
Mm-hmm.
Make your comments. We're going to surprise. Well, it won't be a surprise when you signed up. It'll be a surprise that you're the winner. Yes. How about that? Because you're like, I never win anything. So, how can people join our little band of merriment?
Well, if you're watching on YouTube right now, subscribing to the channel, liking the video, turning on notifications so you don't miss an episode, and commenting on the video is all good stuff. Good engagement. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, following the show and rating and reviewing the show. That is also big help for us. Comment and rate anything, what you feel about the show, anything you want to see, anything you don't want to see, all that good stuff.
Okay, that's how you join the Midwest Donut Review Show. So thanks for joining us. This has been episode number 44 of the Midwest Donut Review Show. I'm Dave Leggett in St. Louis. That's Eric Leggett in Sacramento. And we will be back with another show and more donut frivolity very soon. Everybody, thanks for joining us. Goodbye.